probably see every single day, but maybe you've never really stopped to think about what it means. End-to-end encryption. It's like this invisible shield protecting our digital chats, but how in the world does it actually work?
Think about it. We send hundreds, maybe thousands of messages every week to our friends, our family, our colleagues. We're sharing secrets, making plans, basically living our lives online. And it all really comes down to this one huge question. When you hit that send button, is anyone else looking? You know the one I'm talking about? That little notification that pops up in apps like WhatsApp or Signal. It sounds super secure, right? It sounds official. But what is really going on behind the scenes to keep your conversation safe? Well, let's pull back the curtain. So here's the official definition. At its heart, E2EE is a digital bodyguard. The moment a message leaves your phone, it gets scrambled into a secret code. And here's the kicker. It can only be unscrambled on the phone of the person you sent it to. This means absolutely no one in the middle, not even the company that runs the app, can take a peek.
Okay, I know that still sounds a little technical and abstract, so to really get a handle on this, let's use a super simple but really powerful analogy.
Yeah, that's it. Imagine you're not sending a text message, you're sending an actual physical letter. With end-to-end encryption, you're not just popping it in an envelope. Nope. You're putting it inside a ridiculously secure, unbreakable locked box that only your friend has the key to.
So let's follow this little locked box on its trip. This one idea is the perfect way to understand the three most important stages of any encrypted message.
Okay, here we go. First, you write your message and you snap that lock shut on the box. That's encryption. Then, the box travels through the wild world of the internet. That's transmission. Now, even if someone grabs it, all they have is a box they can't get into. Finally, your friend gets it and uses their one-of-a-kind key to open it up. That's decryption. Simple, right? It's secure and it's totally private.
But that brings up a really important question, doesn't it? And this whole locked box thing, the key is, well, it's key. So what are the keys when we're talking about our phones? Turns out it's a brilliant system that actually uses two different kinds of keys.
So check this out. Everybody gets two keys. First, there's a public key. Think of this like an open padlock that you can hand out to anyone who wants to send you something. If I want to send you a message, I use your public padlock to lock my message box. But, and this is the genius part, the only person who has the actual physical key to open that specific padlock is you. That's your private key, and it never, ever leaves your phone. So anyone can lock a box for you, but only you can unlock it. So let's just quickly recap those two big ideas. Encryption is just the fancy word for scrambling the message, locking the box. And decryption is unscrambling it back into something you can actually read, unlocking the box. That's the whole magic trick, right there.
Okay, so we've got the how down pat, but let's get to the why. Why does any of this tech actually matter to you and me? Well, the benefits are pretty fundamental to how we can communicate safely in this day and age. This one is the big kahuna. With E2EE, the only people who can read your chat are you and the person you're talking to, period. Not a hacker, not some government agency, and, this is huge, not even the tech company that made the app. As far as they're concerned, it's just a stream of gibberish, a bunch of locked boxes passing through their system. Just think about all the places your message zips through. Wi-Fi routers, massive company servers, cables at the bottom of the ocean. At any one of those points, somebody could try to snatch it. But with E2E, that's basically pointless. Even if they catch your message in midair, all they've got is scrambled, unreadable nonsense. The locked box stays locked. And this brings us to one of its most powerful features. We hear about massive data breaches all the time, right? Well, if a messaging company's servers get hacked, any data that isn't encrypted is just out there. But with E2E, even if the bad guys get in, your messages on those servers are still just scrambled code. They are completely unreadable and totally safe. Now, as amazing as end-to-end encryption is, it's not some kind of magical invisibility cloak. To really use it smartly, you have to know what it can't do.
So what's not covered? First up, metadata. The app company can still see who you talked to and when you talked to them, just not what you said. Think of it like seeing the address label on the outside of the locked box. Second, the endpoints. If someone steals your phone and it's unlocked, well, they can read your messages. E2EE protects the message while it's traveling, not if your device itself is compromised. And finally, and this is a big one, be super careful with cloud backups. If you back up your chat history to the cloud without a separate encryption password, you might be creating an unlocked copy of everything. That completely sidesteps all this great security.
So, when you put all these pieces together, what's the big takeaway? What's the main idea? End-to-end encryption is really all about one powerful thing. It is your digital privacy shield.
And there you have it. That's the one sentence you need to remember. It's all about creating a genuinely private space for us to talk in a world where it feels like our data is constantly being watched. It's your own personal, digital locked box.
So the next time you see that little notification, your messages are encrypted, you'll know exactly what's happening. You'll know it's a powerful promise of privacy. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, right? In a world of smart homes, digital banking, and, well, online everything, what else in our lives needs this kind of unbreakable lockbox security? What's the next big frontier for our digital privacy?